I play Maya, and we're scene one of the story to tell. He's telling us it's time for afternoon tea. He only drinks China tea. If you give him anything else, he looks at you. How do you like Manalis?
I really like it. It's a lot of fun.
And is your friend so upset about the play?
Close, do you mean? Yes, he is. But how do you know about everything?
The Indians here and they tell me. The cleaner in the old theater is old Lila's cousin. Right. I suppose I better explain. I think I might need your help, you see.
I'll do anything.
Just like that, even though I'm on the run?
Yes.
They said you weren't like the porkers.
The porkers?
That's what the Indians called the twins. You know, the little fat pigs that snuffle and eat. Are they as bad as people say?
Yes, it would be really lovely if they were pigs. One could really get fond of pigs.
We'll go outside. The mosquitoes are fairly quiet this hour. When he came out here, my father was just 17. He'd absolutely wretched in England, but as soon as he came out here, he knew it was the place for him. At first, he had no money or anything, but he found he could live by collecting plants and berries people needed for medicines and selling them to traders in Manalis. He made friends with the Indians and learned their languages, and they taught him their skills. For nearly 10 years, he lived like that, exploring the rivers, building his hut. The awful memories of England only both bothered him at night when he was dreaming. He was sure he had gotten away. Then, one day, a very long time ago, not in the Arabella, in the canoe, and he fell ill with a fever, one of the really awful ones, and he passed out. When he came round, he was with his auntie. He'd heard of them. They were supposed to be special, very gentle, and full of knowledge about healing. But they were very, very shy, and mostly stayed hidden. Not many people had seen them. He said waking up was like waking up in paradise. The kind of quiet people, the dappled trees. One girl in particular nursed him. Her name was Yar. And when he was better, the Zanti let him marry her, which was an honor. He brought her back, but when I was due to be born, the English doctor would not come out to an Indian woman in the night, and she died. After that, he didn't have much to do with his own people. He found Lila to nurse me, and we got on all right, though I think he never got over my mother's death. But we were good friends. I can stay here and live as he did, finding medicines, selling stuff to museums, lots of things. But he said if anybody came here from England, I was to fight for my life. I was to go back to Zanti. He never went back himself, but he said the tribe would know me. The trouble is, I've got to get away without being seen to the crows. They seem to be everywhere. The Indians won't give me away, but it's a big reward they're offering. And there are people in Manalis who are very poor.
You said perhaps I could help you?
Yes, I've got an idea, but I don't know if it'll work.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I'll help you anyway.
It isn't that. It's just that I haven't thought out the details yet. And anyway, it doesn't depend on me. What I'd like you to tell me what about your friend Clovis? Where did you meet him? What is he like?
I met Clovis on a boat coming here. He was very homesick. He wanted to get back to England, and he was upset about his voice breaking and his getting spots. All he wants is to get back to England. He says he's going to stow away.
It won't work. They searched the boats with a fine-tooth comb. People keep trying to smuggle out rubber seedings so they can grow them somewhere else, which would kill the rubber trade here. He's sure to be caught.
That's what Miss Mitten says.
Ah, yes, Miss Mitten. What does she think of Clovis?
I think she likes him. Yes, I'm sure she does. He does cry around a lot, but he's very decent.
Well, I suppose he would be if he's your friend. You don't happen to know what Miss Minton's Christian name is.
She never uses it, but I think, but it begins with an A. I think that because she let me borrow her handkerchief once, and there was an A embroidered in the corner.
Good, I thought it might.
What I don't understand is how they can make you go back to Westwood. You're only a child. They don't lock up children in prisons.
They do at Westwood. At Westwood, they'll lock you up as soon as you're born.
Play Gwendolyn. And I play Beatrice.
I play Mrs. Carter.
I play Mr. Carter.
Nobody is going to sleep well tonight.
I know. All that money got away from us. It was at our fingertips.
I was going to get the blue silk cloak in Clarette's window.
It wouldn't suit you, the next to love.
Everything suits me.
But it suits me better, but all the same. I think Maya knows something. Did you see how worried she looked when they were opening the hut?
She's just the sort of person who would be on the side of a runaway. Look how she tried to shelter Clovis.
But the Tavener boy isn't just a runaway. He's a criminal. He must be or they wouldn't be so keen to catch him.
Well, I'm going to watch Maya. I don't trust her at all.
I wonder what our parents are doing.
We haven't heard much from them. Let's go to bed. We have a long day of being pretty tomorrow.
We could go back to England for a visit. I'm sure Lady Parsons will be pleased to have us to stay.
We're not going back to England. Remember what happened? I borrowed money that wasn't mine. If I take a step back into that place, the police will come after me.
Whatever. I don't really trust that girl Maya, and the governess favors her.
Well, if you send her away, we're done for. I owe that rogue Gonzales 3 batches of rubber, and I haven't got one.
How can that be?
You wouldn't understand.
Where's my flip gun?
I don't know. Under the bed. I think I'm going to go look at my eyeballs.
Bugs, germs, and house. Where are you, little bugs?
Cut.
That's the best scene by far. Not inside. Nada. All gone away.
We shall soon